Today I got a deck for you that features what I think is potentially the best card in Reign of Jafar. Let's take a look. Hello there, welcome back. My name is Donald, aka the Scruffy Looking Gamer, and today I have a deck for you that I've been working on for a long time, and with the release of Reign of Jafar, I feel like we finally have some of the pieces that's been missing all this time. When the card Robin Hood Sharpshooter was released several sets ago, I instantly wanted to make this card work. We didn't really have the support or the shell for this card to work at the time. So I've been slowly working on a deck every set. It's getting one more piece. And I think finally with this set, with the release of Lilo Causing an Uproar, we have that key piece that has been missing the whole time to make this deck viable. So this deck wants to, at its core, play several actions in the same turn. And Lilo, we can just throw out for free if we played 3 actions in a turn. So the way we're going to do that is another card that I feel like was really, really strong and then just got completely hated out of the format. And that was Ursula, Deceiver of All. This card came out strong, came out of the gate strong, and then everyone started teching for this card, expecting this card, and it's an instant kill on sight when you see it. So now I think this card is far enough off people's radar that it's time to play it again. And the good thing about this Ursula is when we use her ability to sing a song and we get to play it again for free, that counts as playing 2 actions in a turn. So then we only need to add one more action to that to be able to put Lilo out for free. So in a world where we play Ursula on turn 3, then on turn 4, we have her sing Sudden Chill or Strike a Good Match. It doesn't really matter. Have her sing something, and then she's going to get that second activation, play it for free. Then we only need to play one more action or have one of our other characters in play sing another song to be able to throw Lilo out. And then Lilo's ability, when you play this character, you get to ready a chosen character. So one of the big downsides of Ursula is she's just a 2/3, and then once you exert her, they're going to challenge her and take her out. They're only going to let you really get that one activation. Well, if we are getting that activation enough to put out Lilo, then we can ready that Ursula, and then she's not able to be challenged the next turn. So that is kind of a nice little synergy combo to keep Ursula on the field longer to get as much value out of her as we can. Now, this doesn't count against like Brawl or against the steel decks that play, the damage-based removal. They're still going to have ways to get rid of her, but they're going to have to probably use 1 or 2 action spells, use stuff that they don't want to use to get rid of her. So she's just a straight up value engine, and I'm very excited to play this card again. I think that she definitely deserves to see a little bit of a resurgence before she's rotated out. So I feel like this is the deck for her. So let's talk about the rest of the deck. 1-drops, Cursed Merfolk, still a great card. This is kind of a pseudo discard deck, but not really. Like, discard isn't our focus, but discard is just, some of the best green cards are discard cards, so it's just where we're drawn to at this point. So Cursed Merfolk is a great 1-drop still. Diablo is another great 1-drop. You get to look at their hand, so you know what to expect, you know what's coming up. And then, of course, everyone's favorite line of turn 2 shifting into this Diablo and then just drawing a million cards. We've seen it before. There's a reason why this card is so good. So we got that in there as well. If you're playing green, might as well be doing that, right? Because we are a half discard deck, 3 copies of Prince John. He's still a great card to draw you cards. we don't have really a lot of card draw in these colors outside of stuff like our Diablo, our Prince John, and then once we get to the songs and actions down here, we'll talk about a little bit more card draw from there. But these are our main draw engines right there. Talked about Ursula. This is a new card that I think is pretty viable. We've seen some 4-drop spots like the Daisy Duck and some stuff like that kind of fills the same role, but they're slow. They don't do anything when they enter. So where Chip really shines is when you play him, the opponent is discarding a card. You don't have to wait to quest with the Daisy or anything like that. So 2 copies of this Chip. I think he's good. Could bump that up some more maybe if we want to be a little bit more discardy, but I think 2 is the good number for now. We do have a lot of songs in this deck because we are wanting to play several actions in turn, so the best way to do that is to sing them for free. So I feel like the Muses really belongs here. 3 copies of the Muses to use them to bounce stuff. That's kind of our removal. We don't have much removal in here, so that's our pseudo removal to be able to bounce stuff back to their hands, and then we can make them discard it if we're lucky. The Robin Hood Sharpshooter, I know I said this is the card that I wanted to build the deck around. I didn't really talk about it, so let's talk about it now. This Robin Hood, whenever he quests, you look at the top 4 cards of your deck, reveal an action with 6 cost or less, and play it for free. We're all about playing stuff for free in this deck. This is value city Sharpshooter here. So what can we play for 6 or less? Well, how about a Dragonfire to get rid of anything? Straight up removal, no conditional, just get rid of it. Pirate's Life, I'm sure lots of people are familiar with this card. Opponent loses 2 lore, we gain 2 lore. We don't talk about Bruno. Put something back in their hand, make them discard it, or discard a card and hope they discard it. All of these are great hits for our Robin Hood. We're just playing it for free. So those are what we're hoping to hit. There's 9 copies there. The 4 Pirate's Life, the 4 Talk About Bruno, and Dragon's Fire. So it's not a huge percent that you're going to see that in the top 4, but we are running 25 total actions. So almost half the deck, you're going to see at least something in the top 4 you get to play for free. So some of the other cards, the actions and the songs that we are running are on the cheaper end because we want to be able to play several in a turn. So we've got 1 copy of Hypnotize. It's a little overcosted at 3 and you can't sing it. So I don't want a ton of them in here. So just 1 of those just to round out a spot. I needed 1 more spot. But the big ones we want to hit: Sudden Chill, a staple in green decks. Each opponent discards a card. If you're singing it with Ursula, they're going to end up doing that twice. Strike a Good Match, you're drawing 2 cards, then discarding a card. Do it with Ursula, you're drawing 4 cards and discarding 2 cards. Some great value there. Heffalumps and Woozles. This card is really chosen opponent or chosen character can't quest during their turn is good. That's very, in certain situations that's going to come in handy, but really it's just draw a card. It's a song that costs 2 and you can draw a card. That's the real reason it's here. But that other ability is going to help you out a non-zero amount of times for sure. And the new card in set 8, Undermine. It's not a song, which isn't great, but this card has multiple good uses. So first of all, it's a discard. Chosen opponent discards a card. That's great. But then chosen character gets +2 power this turn. That can be used several ways. If we need to take something out on their end, we can give our character +2 and be able to challenge into it and take it out. But there's a lot of illusion cards running around right now. Illusions have the vanish mechanic. If they're targeted by an action, they have to sacrifice them. So it just says chosen character gets +2 strength. It doesn't say our character. So we can totally make them discard a card, then give one of their illusions +2 power, and they have to get rid of it. They have to banish it. So this card is a double whammy. I think it's a real sleeper card. If those illusion decks like really get pushed and get out there, I think this card is huge against those decks. So the only other card we didn't talk about, needs no introduction at this point, Maui Half Shark. This card is a powerhouse. There's a reason why it's still holding its price at $40. It is just a good card. He's evasive. He's 7 attack, so like he's taking anything out. And we want to do that because on his ability, when he challenges another character, you get to return an action from your discard. So we're churning through actions like crazy in this deck. Then with Maui, we can get them back. That's why this one copy of Dragonfire can be 2, 3, 4 copies of Dragonfire. If we use it, then we use Maui to challenge and get it back. Use it again. Like, we can just keep recycling this card. If you're playing against an aggressive deck that is just gaining lore like crazy, a Pirate's Life is going to devastate them. They can't come back from multiple copies of Pirate's Life. Maui Half Shark is just the engine that keeps this deck going. And it's important to note, his other ability, whenever you play an action, you're gaining a lore. So we are just passively going to be gaining lore for the 25 actions in our deck that we're churning through and playing. So this deck, I think, finally has real legs, mostly because of Lilo getting to just throw a 4/4 that quests for 2 out for free, potentially on turn 4, maybe even earlier if you have nothing else to do and you want to just cast 3 actions on turn 2. You can. It's quite possible in this deck to make that happen. And then what are they going to do against a Lilo on turn 2 or turn 3? That's, she is just, I think she is the card this deck was waiting for. And that really is going to make this pretty viable. I know red-green decks get a bad rep. They are not in set 1. Set 1, like, the best deck was a red-green deck. I know everybody remembers the heavy control meta that we had to live through, but like that red-green deck was just so good. The upgraded starter deck, I love that deck, and it won me a lot of games. But red-green has just not really been a thing since then, and I think this might be a contender to bring it back now with this Lilo. So that is the deck. It is not a budget deck by any means. This deck is going to cost you upwards of $300. But chances are you have these Ursulas lying around. If you don't, they're like $7 now, which is a steal. I remember when they were 60. Same with Diablo. He was $50-$60. You can get him for 18 now. Also a steal. Maui Half Sharks are still going to run you $40. But if you happen to have them, you already got it. Already have that. That's a big chunk of the deck. Robin Hood ticked up a little bit. I think maybe I'm not the only person onto this, and he's ticking up a little bit. I picked up my playset early when he was like $2, and been holding on to him for a while because I knew that he would see his day eventually, and I think this might be it. So let me know what you think about the deck. This is a spicy one, but I think it's got real legs, and I'm going to be playing this a lot as I test more and see what's working and what's not. I'll come back and do some updates to this. I have a few cards on the maybe list that were in the deck until this set, and then I replaced them with some of the new cards. So we'll see if some of those other cards warrant a spot back in the deck. But yeah, this is the Robin Hood Sharpshooter, and I hope that you enjoyed it. If you like the content, please give me a like, get me a subscribe. I am close to my goal of 250 subs, just about 25 away at this point. So if you're watching the content, I really appreciate a sub. It helps out a lot. And I will have some more content, more deck techs coming at you soon. Until next time.